how do you recall your analog hardware? Now, as you can see, there's quite a bit around me. I've got 4 racks sitting here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 pieces of analog equipment. Now, the one piece that is instantly recallable is this one, the West Audio NG bus comp. Now, that has USB on the back, which connects to the computer and instantly, via plug-in control, recalls it. But the rest of the gear, I have to recall by hand, which, if I had to recall it, which isn't often, you're talking probably 3-4 minutes to put all the settings back in. There's a few ways of doing this. Now, there's one way, which is a good way, is using session recall. Now, session recall is basically a program that has all the GUIs for all the different pieces of hardware. And basically what you do is, like a plugin, you adjust the parameters on the screen to where they are to match this. You put the name of the whatever the file is, and then basically it's like looking at this piece of equipment, and you just look at the screen and adjust to exactly what you see. That's one way of doing things. The problem with that is that it takes equally as long to input the data as it does to actually put it in manually. So basically, when you finish your mastering chain, what you've then got to do is go, right, okay, the mid-high frequency is set to 3, and then you go onto the screen, move it to 3, then the frequency is 2.6, so you then move that to 2.6. It's time consuming, and bearing in mind that you don't actually have to utilize those recalls every single time. It's like 1 in 10 masters you'll have to recall. So that's a 4-minute process that takes, it's probably about a bit longer than that. It's probably about an 8-minute process, I'd say, to input all of these settings into a program. Now, that is a hard kind of 8 minutes of your life. It isn't easy to do, and it strains your head, and I don't enjoy doing it. It's not something that I enjoy doing. I almost kind of wanted to get like an apprentice type person who can do those sorts of things and just kind of like, right, input all that, because it's such a pain on my life having to do that. So every time I finish a master, that's what I'd have to do. I have now gone down another route, and it's a route that I used to take before I started using session recall. And the reason I've stopped using session recall and wanted to go down this route was because I've just bought the lull compressor, the limiter, the look ahead analog limiter, and session recall haven't got a GUI for it yet. So it's like I either do them all or nothing kind of thing. So I have to find an alternative to that. Now, what I do now is I just literally get my phone, I take a picture, and I take a picture of each rack, and then based on what I see on my phone, I then adjust it, and it's a lot quicker. Because firstly, the good thing about this is the picture that I take cannot lie, right? If I take that picture, it's taken of that. Now, I can quite easily not input all the data when I'm using session recall. I could not input it. The picture can't lie, so the picture will tell me exactly what settings there are. The only way that I can mess that up is if I don't follow the picture correctly, which, you know, double check, triple check, and make sure it's right. So the picture thing is really good, a lot quicker, so you can literally go bosh, 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 4 pictures, 4 racks. And then what I do with that is I use a group I use Signal, actually, a group on that where I just upload all the files, and then I have my order numbers. So I have each one just uploaded straight to that. So then I've not got to look back through my pictures on my phone. I literally open the app, scroll through, or click the dots and search the order number, find the group of pictures. Then I just open them up, bosh, and I'm standing there like that. Whereas if I'm using session recall, I've got the laptop over there, I've got to turn to there, look at what it is, turn back, dial it in. So this is a lot quicker process. In multiple ways. It's quicker to take the picture and just literally go bosh, 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 30 seconds, and all the pictures are taken, uploaded straight to the to this group. So you know, that's a lot quicker. So there's two ways of doing it. Also, the other thing is, obviously, taking the pictures is free, whereas Session Recall, the program's free, but each of the plugins, every time you get a piece of hardware, you got to buy a new plugin, which, you know, they're only 4 or 5 quid. And you know, that adds up, I guess. So that's how I am now. That's how I was recalling sessions. This is how I am now recalling sessions. And the best way to do it, if you want to do the picture way, is take a picture and use a group. The reason I say that is use a group because then it's all saved in this group. You've always got access to those files. Even if you haven't got access to your phone, for instance, you can then jump on the computer, open, I think you can get a Signal app, open it up on another app, and then basically away you go. You've got it all there. I've always got my phone on me, so it don't really matter. But that's how I would recall sessions. And session recall's really good, but it's time consuming. Time is money at the end of the day.